Let's go into a deeper dive about Marilyn Monroe and her beauty secrets, especially how she got that glowing skin, and also how so many celebrities nowadays are slugging, as they call it, which means that after they put on their makeup, that they try to get that dewy look. It's very much a K-beauty technique, but I'm going to tell you how Marilyn Monroe got it and how you can get it too. Several beauty secrets that you may not have known regarding Marilyn Monroe that are just really fun. Marilyn wanted that very white skin. Unlike many of us who will lay out in the sun, it's very much an American tradition. Marilyn Monroe had a similar philosophy to what we now know as K-beauty. She wanted her skin to shine through. She wanted her natural beauty to shine through. She did love cosmetics. She was very much a trendsetter. She would do these things on her own with her own little team of makeup artists and people that were helping her with her skin. She said this, she said, "I'm personally opposed to a deep tan because I like to feel blonde all over." Of course, she wanted to emulate the blonde Harlow had. Marilyn Monroe really looked up to Jean Harlow. Now, Jean Harlow had this white platinum hair, and you'll be interested to know that what she did is that she would give herself a castor oil scalp massage every single week because she was under these hot lights and she was concerned that her platinum blonde would not look healthy and it would look too dry. So she would give herself a castor oil scalp massage. Marilyn had a tip for her roots. What she would do when the roots were starting to show through, she would sort of do this dry shampoo thing with Johnson's baby powder. She'd let the natural oils kind of come through, but then she would try to soften it a bit with this dry shampoo hack with Johnson's baby powder. Also was not big on wearing bronzers or having fake tan. She had no interest for it. She wanted that white, clean, pure skin that looked glowing and healthy. And that's very much something that's connected to the philosophy in K-beauty and Korean skincare. Now, the color of her blonde hair, since we're talking about beauty and skincare here, of Marilyn Monroe, she wanted pillowcase white, as she called it. She wasn't always using the healthiest ingredients. She had her hair bleached every 3 weeks. And she had this roster of hairstylists. She used Pearl Potterfield, who also was responsible for Jean Harlow's pale blonde. And she also used this guy named Kenneth Patel. She didn't like to wash it as much, so like I said, she put the Johnson's baby powder in her hair every 2 days. Wanted that plump, pouty kind of lip, so she used not one, not two, not 3, not 4, but 5 different hues of lips. And by the way, it would take her 2 to 3 hours to get ready with her makeup. She believed in taking her time and not rushing. So she would use the darker, more plummy hues on the outside, the lighter hues on the inside. So it created this dimension. Sometimes she would put a much lighter color right here. Now, Marilyn, because she wanted to have really good looking skin and be very, very healthy, she believed she needed lots of sleep. But sometimes, because the movies would be shot for long hours, she would only have 5 or 6 hours, but when she had the time, she would sleep. She also was notorious for holding up film shooting because she would show up late, because she wanted to get her beauty sleep. Sometimes I'd take 2 hours to wake up. So she would be a little bit drowsy, but she would take 2 hours to get out of the bed. When Marilyn would go to sleep at night, she didn't like pajamas or creepy nightgowns. She liked to sleep in the buff with only 5 drops of Chanel No. 5 on. Now, we all know of the Wim Hof method. Marilyn was really into it. She would take ice cold baths to keep her skin tight. The other thing she did for her skin was she would just bathe every day, sometimes 2 times a day. And she would use Vaseline all over her body from head to toe, which we're going to talk a little bit more about in a second. She washed her face about 5 or 6 times a day. Another reason why she's very much a natural K-beauty is because she wanted her skin to glow and look like it was hydrated. So she would wash her face 5 to 6 times a day. She naturally had dry skin. She did not want any breakouts, so that's why she washed her face so much. And her evening skincare included an oil cleanse, aka that's one of the rituals in K-beauty, and she would wash it off. And then she would use a controlling lotion or more of a slathering cleanser, precursor to what we now know as the K-beauty rituals. By the way, I am an affiliate, not sponsored, with this amazing Korean skincare line. And if you want to check it out, check out the link in my bio, K-Beauty Woman. And they have the cleanest products. Your skin will glow. It's really a beautiful thing and you will love it. It's affordable. I use their Radiance Zone line and their X line. They also have snow cleansers. It's so much fun. A mist that will keep your face dewy looking. They're coming out with some amazing natural beauty cosmetics as well. So check out the link for sure. Let's talk a little bit more about Marilyn Monroe's K-Beauty Glow. Back in the day, it probably wasn't trending over here, although K-Beauty has been around for hundreds and hundreds of years. And especially during the time when Marilyn was a movie star, that was just when Korean skincare was really getting very active in South Korea. Because after the war in the 1960s, right before she passed away, in South Korea, they stopped their imports, so they had to become number one in skincare. Let's talk about something that Marilyn did, which all the movie stars are doing now, and it's called slugging. Slugging is the act, which she did, of putting Vaseline on your face. She used Vaseline generously on her face prior to your foundation because it would help catch the light. She also liked Pond's cold cream or Nivea and even olive oil. But sometimes that stuff can dry out your skin and it can activate breakouts. It's petroleum based. You don't want that. So now, of course, we see people like the Kardashians and all these people slugging with the Vaseline. And sometimes they'll even put a little bit on afterwards. I don't have any on. I just did my regular routine with the K-Beauty. So that's why I get a little bit of a glow as well. But I didn't do the slugging with mine, but I would not be opposed to it. Plus, I'm not really wearing a foundation. I'm just wearing a slight CC cream on my skin. I'm just wanting my natural skin to pop out. So the other thing about Marilyn Monroe was that she did not exercise that much. She didn't exercise vigorously, but she did her own exercise consistently. She actually worked with weights prior to when anybody was working with weights. Light weights, like 5-pound weights every single day, and she stretched 15 times, moving from a spread eagle position. She would do it bedside until she was tired every single morning, which is very unique, which gave her some really nicely toned arms. So as we know, Marilyn Monroe was a trendsetter, even with her eye makeup. By the way, one other little tip with her eye makeup, she used 4 different eyeliners. So her makeup artist would use a black and a brown eyeliner. She'd use a little white triangle with a liner there and a slight red eyeliner as well to make the white pop out. It was a lot of work. It is said that she would take hours getting ready. She is very much missed, somebody who loved skincare and taking care of her beauty. It's very sad that she died way before her time, but she was such a genius. We miss you, Marilyn Monroe. We're grateful for the legacy that you left. Please do subscribe to my Hot for History channel, where I will teach you more beauty tips from the celebrities. I will teach you some history that I bet your history teacher would never dare to teach you. And please check out K-Beauty Woman to get the dewy look, to get the slugging look, to get the skin glow look that Marilyn Monroe had from doing an awful lot of work.